Therese Quaranta. And what she will be speaking about? Well, we interact with the world through a unique set of lenses formed by layers of colorful experiences. How we interpret and make sense of the world is uniquely defined by our personality and the layering of experience filters. So Therese is going to speak today about Kaleidoscope Lenses. And she also asked me so that you can unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself right now because she would like to interact with you. Help me welcome Therese Quaranta with her Kaleidoscope Lenses.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters. I would like in just a minute to ask you to close your eyes and to let an image or a thought come to you when I say a word, a place. So are you ready? Okay, close your eyes. New York City. New York City.
Times Square.
Open your eyes.
Subway.
Great. You can
Taxis.
say a few things that come to mind.
Grand Central Station.
Rockefeller Center.
Empire
State Building.
Little Italy.
Empire
Trump Tower.
Bronx, New York.
Jersey Boys.
Trash.
Skyscraper.
Madison Square Garden.
Newspaper blowing in the wind.
So tonight we have 27 people, 27 sets of eyes, and 27 different unique ideas, thought, or impressions that first come to your mind when you hear the word New York City. So if we were to see a newspaper article, and in the headline, it has New York City, we would all be starting at a very different place when we read this article. Do you agree with that? You know, so where we're coming from is based on our personal experiences and our personality. Our experiences are layered upon layered. Those that see the newspaper blowing in the wind or the Times Squares, based on your experience, whether it's through TV or actually going to the city, or like Nicole, living in the city. For me, let me tell you how I think of layered experiences so you can understand why I call it kaleidoscope lenses, being the colorful filters that you see the world through. So an example is, I am going to show you, I am the fourth child in a family of four from middle-class family in Baltimore. And I was put through 12 years of Catholic school, 4 years being all-girl Catholic school. And let me tell you, that'll make a little filter on anybody's perception. And I went to college at 17 and became an engineer in the time where there were 3 girls in my classes. And then I got married right after college. And now I have 18-year-old twins that have flown the coop, and now they're living at college. One being actually in New York City. So when I look at this, I am looking at this from the standpoint of a mother who has a child living in New York City. So that is where my perception comes in. We're each looking at the world through a different set of lenses. Lenses based on our experiences and our personalities. Has anybody taken a personality test?
Yeah.
You know, like the Myers-Briggs, or let's say even a zodiac, you know, looking at your zodiac or horoscope, or now the big test that's online, like the Facebook test that was given by Cambridge Analytica, is called the Big Five, that uses statistics. The tests also show us how we see the world. And as Toastmasters, it's really important to us to know how others see the world, because they're not looking through the lenses that we each look through. Instead, if we want to appeal to our audience, we have to think about the lenses that they're looking through and to craft our message so that it appeals to those people and their thinking or your thinking, not my thinking. Let me give you an example of this, because it's not only us as Toastmasters. So let's say as Toastmasters, we may be speaking to one or up to 1,000 people or even more. We would need to know the people a little bit. Let me give you an example on a corporation. Let's say Pepsi and Coca-Cola. If it were summertime, like in Australia, then we might expect to see a Coke or a Pepsi advertisement. And let's say you happen to be a young man who still doesn't himself know that he is gay, but in fact he is, and this is revealed through his data. Well, Pepsi has purchased that data. And so Pepsi has crafted a message that's unique to the filters of this young man. And they have crafted the message to be an advertisement of a very good looking, hunky guy without a shirt walking down the beach carrying a Pepsi. But Coke, they did not get this data. So Coke, they have a young woman, given that they only have his demographics, they have a young woman wearing a bikini walking down the beach holding a Coke. So the next day when the young man goes to the store and he buys a Pepsi, he doesn't know, he figures this is free will, he doesn't think anything of it. But maybe there was a little nudge. Our appeal, whether we are a politician, a corporation, or a Toastmaster, it's just an idea or words, unless we craft it in a way that looks through the filter of the people that we're speaking to. Each of us looks through a unique set of lenses, and I call this a kaleidoscope lens, based on our layering of our experiences and our personality. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.